Please give a round of applause to our first guest, Mr. Daniel Gedacht.
여러분, 안녕하세요. Hello. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. So, 여러분 아시다시피 안녕하세요 영어로. Hello. Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. 제가 방금 소개받은 주 부산 미국 영사 Daniel Gedacht입니다. 반갑습니다. So I'm really happy to be here. And I heard everyone here's English is perfect. 영어 완벽하게 하시죠. 맞아요? So I've been in Busan for 9 months. 부산에 내려온 지 한 9개월 됐습니다. And I thought about this discussion, this talk. And the questions are, is Busan a global city? Right? Is Busan a global city? And is this a place where 한국 사람 and 외국인, Koreans and foreigners can come together? And first I thought, let me give you a little background. It's a little of my 개인 역사, my 과거, my history. So I first came to Korea in 1993, 1993년에. 93년에 태어나신 분 누구세요? 어디 있어요? Right? Is anyone, 1993, were you alive? No. I see a couple 아저씨 like me, right? So yeah. So I came to Korea in 1993, and I went to Seoul. And I lived in Seoul for 4 years. And so for me, 제가 알기로는 서울은 한국입니다. 한국은 서울입니다. 똑같아요. That's what I thought, right? And 나머지 시골이죠, right? Everything is the country. 그렇게 생각했습니다. I used to think that way, right? And I came to Busan. I visited Busan in 1995. Was anyone in Busan in 1995? 1995년에 부산에 있는 사람 계신 분 있어요? Okay. So I have a photo of me on Haeundae Beach. No buildings. And more hair. A lot more hair. And so to me, Busan was 허심청 and 회 and the 해수욕장, the beach and fishing, but not a global city. I didn't think that. But then we have the 2005 APEC summit, right? And now we have Marine City, big skyscrapers, right? We have big buildings. We had Black Panther, right? Woo! Right? I look at Gwangan-daegyo and I see, oh, Black Panther. Everyone knows Black Panther is from Busan. My children, 우리 애들은 부산에 살거든요. There's 광안대교 아니라 Black Panther 대교. That's the Black Panther Bridge. So now I come down to Busan last year, and I have an image in my head of Busan as 회 and 허심청 and 낚시. And I said, wow, look at this city. This is a big, modern, developed, first class, international, global city. And I was surprised. 좀 놀랐습니다. In a good way. A good surprise. Because I thought, look around here. And I see finance companies, right? And I see cars from all around the world. And I see people from all around the world, right? Not just me, not just an American, but you'll see we've got an Indian, an Italian, we've got Filipinos and Russians and people from all around the world who now live in Busan. And 제가 잠깐 자랑할 수 있으면, we have this American corner. 나중에 말씀드리겠지만, this is sponsored by my embassy, my work, and it's very wonderful to see English books and videos and people coming here with interest in American culture an American film, an American history, American food. Yeah, maybe. So I think about the original question. Is Busan a global city? Is this a place where Korean people and 외국인, foreigners, can come together? You know, Busan, 오거돈 시장님이, he likes to say, 부산이 서울 아닙니다. Right? Busan is not Seoul. And so the challenge for Busan is how do we maintain our Busan 특징, our special Busan characteristics, and still be a global city, an international city. You know, how do we 탄디해라? You know? How do we continue Busan and global? And I have to say that I really like the direction that we are going. I'm so happy I'm in Busan and not Seoul, right? Busan 선호합니다. I really do prefer Busan. Yay! Fighting! Busan! Right? So how do we help Busan to continue to be a global city? You know, we've got organizations, we've got 부산영어방송, we've got BeFM. Yeah! And of course, mostly in English, but I know you also do other languages, right? Sometimes there's Vietnamese, Chinese, right? Because which other? Korean, of course. You know, so of course, as an American, I think about, you know, 외국인, American, but of course we have all these other cultures here, and so I think about the 영어방송, the EFM, English FM, as one way to make this a more global city. I think about groups like the ASEAN House, ASEAN 문화원, which brings all these different Asian cultures together. And if you have not been, 가세요, go. In Haeundae, right. It's fun for children. I bring my children there. It's got, you know, costumes and colors and foods and books and all these different things. I think about the Busan 국제 교류재단, the Busan Foreign Foundation for International Cooperation at Mr. Roy. You're here later. And they do the kimchi festival where, you know, 외국인 김치를 담길 수 있어요. My children made kimchi. And all these different events to try and say, hey, this is Busan, this is Korea, and this is a place where foreigners can come and be a part of. And I also, you know, so I think from the city's perspective, the city is creating a place where different cultures are open, trying to help, again, back to the 국제 교류재단, teaching Korean to foreign spouses, you know, in the era of 다문화 가족, multicultural families. This is a challenge. And it's important that the city has these groups to help bring foreigners in to the community. Not like, you know, 우리 and 남, but 우리 and 우리. And I think that's a great part of it. And then speaking from my stomach, my 입맛 and my 배, more foreign food options. Very good here. Right? 20년 전에, 20 years ago, you couldn't find a good hamburger. You couldn't find a good taco. Right? Now, you can Korean food, 물론 Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thailand, Mexico, right? All these different international foods are available. And 음식도 문화예요. Right? Food is culture. So the chance is I think this is an important way for the city to continue to become more global. You know, I think the challenges ahead are not easy. Busan is, 아까 말씀드린 대로, 부산이 서울이 아닙니다. Right? So Busan has to look at itself as that second city. In America, we had Chicago. Right? Here's New York, and here's Chicago. So Busan is also that second city mentality. And that means that we, you know, 입이로서 더 열심히 해야죠. We have to try harder to stay Busan, stay Korean, but also get a wider heart, more open heart. So a couple ideas I think that the city needs to continue to work on. Keep that history. We have a history in Busan. The ocean, shipping, sea, 해, 회, 낚시, fishing. But now the newer things. We have finance, right? And we have film. And of course, tourism. Tourism is a great way to build memories and build international community. And 영사로서 뿐만 아니라 아빠로서 I bring my children to all of these events because I want my children to see how cool Busan is. Busan is a cool city. 꿀이죠. Right? Of course, we have all these great universities in Busan. And I think it's important for the universities to continue to make these like 자매학교, these international sister relationships with universities in America, in Europe, in Africa, and in Asia. To help, and I go to universities and I make 특강. I make speeches to students, and in every class, 한국말로 해도 it's like 프랑스 학생 한 명, Ethiopia 학생 한 명. It's really cool. It's really fun to see that the education and the universities are also helping the city become more global. One thing I think the city needs to work, and we need to have more entrepreneur, right? Small businesses, 사업인, 기업인. We need to have more local small businesses with technology to bring in more foreign 투자, more foreign investment, but also bring out some Busan ideas and Busan investment. And finally, most important, and I think 여러분은 이미 이렇게 생각하시지만 continue to have this open heart to foreign cultures, foreign people. So when I look here and I see you and 특히 the 학생, especially these kids, thank you so much. I really want to say thank you to you and you and you and all the children here, all the students here, because you are the future and you're here listening to these 아저씨들 talk about blah, blah, blah. But it's important because that shows me that you have an open mind and you are a proud person from Busan and you're also a proud global citizen. And that combination will help the city become even more open and more global. So thank you so much for listening to the end and we'll talk later. Please have lots of questions. 감사합니다.